Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Last time, we got a flashback with Locke and Rachel and saw some of Locke's unfortunate past. We also happened to see Shadow floating around in the town of Cullingan. And as I said, if you have less than 4 party members, he will indeed join you. What I didn't mention, because I was so in tune with the storyline elements, is, well, there's another glitch associated with this. If you form a party of Gaw only, recruit Shadow, go to the Veld, leap onto the Veld with Gaw, meaning he's no longer in your party, then without getting him back, return to Narsh. As soon as you get to Narsh, Shadow, because he's still a mercenary at this point, he's not really a full-fledged party member, he'll leave your party because he doesn't want to go to Narsh. And you're stuck with no party members. And the game glitches out. You can't do anything, you can't move, you have no sprites and no party. Unfortunately, the game does not react very well to people thinking outside the box. It's actually really cool that you can do this. Now, this would take a very long time to accomplish, and I'm not going to show it off right now because it'd take too long, but I wanted to at least mention it because, like I said in the beginning, this game is broken. Anyway, welcome to Jidoor. Jidoor, the westernmost town on the world map. Isn't the planet supposed to be, a sphere? Wouldn't the westernmost town always be further beyond there if you keep doing a circle? Anyway, world breaking or immersion breaking or whatever you want to call it. This town is awesome. It has lots of stuff to buy. Mithril vests, as I said, there's no real need to farm these because we can buy them. So I'm going to buy one. Ninja gear, we can buy those. Those are good. White dress, we're going to buy one of those. These are all really good pieces of armor, and they're going to up our defensive power quite a bit. Alright, there's Chocobo thing there. That's fine. This town only has one item. Once in a while, one of the idiots from Zozo. That's a weird abbreviation you got there, bud. I don't think it works that way. You can't just add an abbreviation to a proper noun like that. Not as far as I'm aware, anyway. They'll wander down here looking for an easy mark. Watch your wallet. Interesting. Alright, item shop. Same basic stuffs from before. Eco screen, here's the mute status. Let's pick up a few of those. That actually wouldn't hurt. I guess I wasn't able to purchase those later. We'll get up to 10, whatever. Not that expensive. Though you do need to watch your money around here. There is some pretty expensive stuff. A girl wrapped in fire sped off to the north, into the mountains. Maria the opera singer is gorgeous. Okay then, if you insist. Today's auction is over. Oh, it's an auction house. There's nothing I can't buy. You like art? No, Philistines. I find it funny, like, my introduction to the term Philistine was in a history class where we were probably studying the Philistines and learned, like, in the kind of the history of whichever culture kind of took them over or defeated them, ended up referring to other people as Philistines as an insult, basically someone who's uncivilized or uncultured. So I understood this when I first played the game because it was around that time in my life where I was going to school and learning about, this in probably would have been elementary or middle school or whatever. Junior high to those who don't know what middle school is, but yeah, it's interesting. I've seen other people not know what the word means, and I find it kind of odd because it was part of my upbringing, but there you go. You're not from around here, are you? You look dorky. Rude. Straighten your back, don't slump so much. Okay then. First time I've been here. Ain't the kind of place a poor person usually comes. So yeah, it looks like this is a place, well, it's an auction house apparently for rich people, more so than anything else. You can get some priceless things at this auction. Whether or not you can appreciate them or not, who knows? Probably not by the likes of you, though. You get the idea here that these people are on the richer side and they kind of look down at everyone else. I need something that'll bring back wayward spirits. Now, this again doesn't mean a whole lot, but in reference to the previous episode where we were talking about a legendary treasure to bring back souls that the Game Boy Advance translation was talking about with Locke. If you look over the Game Boy Advance, I want one of those legendary treasures that brings back departed souls. None of the other rich folks have it. I've heard you can get one in the imperial capital of Vector. Now, the difference between, you know, something and a legendary treasure, when I have a treasure hunter in my party, shouldn't be, you know, it shouldn't be lost on you. Let's buy lots of stuff today. How could I refuse those cute little eyes? But yeah, NPC dialogue is actually more important in this game than I remembered it being on, you know, my first couple of playthroughs. Looking at the Game Boy Advance translation and kind of, you know, re-understanding a lot of this stuff and knowing how, you know, the whole game kind of turns out, it's a lot easier to understand, and it's giving me a lot more appreciation for the NPC dialogue and the character development than I had given it credit for. This playthrough has actually been raising my appreciation for this game as we've played, and I really like that going through the effort of trying to find stuff like that can help, you know, bring up your appreciation of a game even years after you first played it. Anyway, this region is very class conscious. The class divide is quite visible. All of the middle class families live in the southern part of town. The richer folks live up north. You can see one of their enormous mansions from here. Well, we'll go take a look at that in a moment. Want to be an opera singer when I grow up? It's to the south. I think it's actually more to the side, but if you say so. Alright, we've got some new stuff here. Peace rings, protect against berserk and muddle. We want to buy 2 of these. We already picked up one from the boss fight against Kefka, and we have a ribbon to balance things out. We can also buy earrings now. I'm going to buy 1 pair of these. We'll eventually get more, but just so that we have as many as we could possibly need, because they are one of the most valuable accessories in the game. Sniper sight, we've already talked about. It's garbage. True Night, it's so rare that you'll ever want to use that. I've tried to use it and it almost never works, so I just don't care. Cast Safe when HP is low. Cast Shell when HP is low. These are garbage. Don't buy them. But yeah, this town is really important for all of the valuable items that you can get here. Alright. Forged, which is a new weapon. It unfortunately isn't showing up in the side there. I believe this was originally the Kiku Ichimanji in the Japanese version, which is oftentimes left untranslated, or at least in the SNES version. I think it was like that in Final Fantasy 4 and 5. For some reason, they translated it differently here. Not sure why. Kaiser Knuckles. These, even though it doesn't say so, are holy elemental. Now, most of the times you would want to use these is you would buy 2 and use them with a Genji glove. But the fact that you can equip 2 pairs of earrings on him and just use Orbolt means that for the most part, that's outweighed by the fact that you can buff up your magical attack power more and not waste a slot on a Genji glove. So you could buy them, and I've seen people do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't find a particular use in doing it myself. But anyway, it's an option if you so desire that. Poor people have all left here for the mountains to the north. They've built a town. Interesting, okay. Here is an inn. Bunch of liars up in Zozo. Never can trust them. The folks in Zozo don't have an ounce of honesty among them. Don't trust a word they say. That's important information. The most expensive inn we've seen so far. We don't need to rest there quite yet. I have tents. I'll be fine. Okay, I already talked to you. There was one other NPC I wanted to talk to, I thought. Anyway, here's the big mansion to the north of town. Owser's house. With a splitting image of Maria, huh? Haven't heard of her? She's the famous opera singer. You're the spitting image? Well, we only have one woman in my party, and Maria's a female name, so I'm guessing they're referring to Celeste. Cool. Here's a tincture. That, I believe, is the only item in Jador. A still life of flowers. Almost as if they were alive. Cool. This looks ancient. Some armor. Picture of a lovely lady. I'm guessing it's like a head and torso shot. Looks awfully familiar. Yes, it does. Who painted Ultros? Anyway, enough wasting time. Trying to get as much of the dialogue as I can as we kind of go through. But there was somebody else around here that said something interesting. They had a line about rich yokels. Maybe it's somebody later. Anyway, I just thought it was a weird line because the term yokel is often associated with, or at least as far as I'm aware, is usually associated with kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a hick more than it is anything else. Not really associated with the rich, but it is what it is. You can start to encounter these other guys now. We fought them in the previous episode. Go, Marshall, go! Now, we are going to get a little more use out of Sabin once he gains another level. He needs to hit level 15 for him to learn his next Blitz, and that's when he becomes, well, a lot more useful than he has been. Even though he's fantastic for boss fights right now, he's going to get a lot more useful in general combat very, very soon. Not quite there yet, but soon enough. Alright. I am going the right way, correct? Yes. Keep going north. Almost there. Just a little more, and we've arrived at Zozo, which is the furthest north we can go. And all of the information we've heard says that Terra moved in this direction. Hello, enemies! Now, if you've brought Edgar, use Noise Blaster on the guys with wrenches. They are called Gabble the Gak, which is a very strange name. Also, if you're just killing enemies, every enemy in this place is weak to poison. Every single one of them. They're all weak to poison. Use poison. It's very, very effective. If you don't bring in Gaw with Stone, because if Stone hits an enemy and confuses them, in this case it flat out missed, then they have a chance of casting the clear status on you. Stealing from them, as you can see, does one of two things. Ouch. Yeah, they're the same level as Gaw, so 8 times the damage. Now, the amount of money that was stolen will be returned to you if you defeat them and they don't run away, as you can see by the massive amount of money I got after that fight. But there's 2 reasons to steal from that harvester guy, which was in the back row. 1, goggles. They're useless, but they can sell. 2, you can get a rare pair of dragon boots if you steal from them. Not that they're of much use yet, but it would be nice to have. Hades Gigas, which should actually be a Hill Gigas. We're going to hold off on attacking this guy quite yet here. I want to steal from him. It's going to be a while. The thing with this guy is he has an Atlas Armlet as a rare steal. But if I recall correctly, he doesn't have a common steal. So you can just keep doing this over and over and over again, and eventually you'll get it. It's a little time consuming to do that, but I am going to do that at least once. While we're here, I will just talk briefly about some of the stats of some of the enemies we've already seen. The Hades Gigas should actually be a Hill Gigas. It was translated in a weird way. But that's fine. He's weak to poison. He observes Earth. Gabblegak and Harvester are both weak to poison. The Harvester can also throw weapons at you. Thrown weapons do a lot more damage than a normal attack, and so you'll want to kind of be prepared for that. The only way to avoid that type of damage right now is to have the clear status on you. The only way to get the clear status is to inflict Confuse on Gabblegak, and then they have a chance of using it on your party members. You can do this directly with Edgar, and he's a really good choice for this area, but I wanted to gain more levels for Sabin here, and the next area I'm going to go to, Sabin's not very good in, so I'm going to use Edgar then instead. And I'm going to steal off screen. Okay, the next attempt. That's okay, fine. The other thing to note about this guy is, well, he's got a decent amount of HP, and he has a chance, a 33% chance to use Magnitude 8, which is an Earth Elemental attack on the whole party that'll do 200 or 300 damage to everyone. He'll do this only on death. Rhodox will, if you get lucky, use the Snare ability. And the Snare ability is nice because it will delay his final counterattack and you won't have to deal with it. So you can just use Rhodox to finish him off, and then you basically don't have to worry about anything, if the game will actually use it. Come on, Gaw, you can do it. There we go. So that'll get rid of them, no counterattack, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. You can kill him the normal way. You just have to be aware that he's going to use Magnitude 8 on you. Alright, here is a cafe. Now, if you remember, we talked to someone before who said that all the people here lie. So there's a puzzle here with a clock. Everyone says something about the clock, and since they're all liars, you're supposed to take all this information, put it all together, and go, nobody said this, this, and this, and so that's what you do with the clock. I'm going to talk to the people as we go through here, but I'm not going to take down notes or anything like that. Alright, steal from the Slam Dancer here. And where is it? or no, it's a rare drop from Slam Dancer, is Thief Knife. You don't have to steal from them. Okay, you can steal it from them too. That's a thing. If you leave the harvesters alone, or I think it's on their third turn, that's when they start throwing weapons at you. The Slam Dancers, if you leave them alone, they'll start casting level 2 magic on you, and level 2 magic hurts. So you kind of want to finish them off relatively quickly before they can nuke your party. Their level 2 spells can also be used. Yeah, they counter by stealing your money. Just make sure you kill them before they run away with it. There we go. And we got our money back. So yeah, the enemies around here, this is the first real difficulty spike in this game. The enemies around here are dangerous. And I can't do anything there. Helpful. Slam Dancers, I think, can only be encountered inside. On the outside, you encounter everyone else. Here's a tincture. There we go. Alright, we're going to get Lok in here to try and steal from these guys. And... well, you're going to steal from that now. And try and martial rage you. Yeah, so the one that I got there was a rare steal, I guess. Marshall can almost nuke or nuke everything in here as long as you've got a couple pairs of earrings on Gaw, which you should have. Gaw is also really, really good here, just like Edgar. So you don't need to bring both of them, but I would bring at least one. This one's rusted shut. I'm going to meet you down at the bottom of the cafe since, well, backtracking. Alright, we got back down. Let's head up north. Here's another Hades Gigas. I'm not going to go out of my way to steal more, but he can use Headbutt, which does a lot more damage than his base. I'm also going to heal up here, as I'm going to see if I can show off you're weak to poison, so Trillium. And we'll kill him with just flat out damage, and maybe he'll show off Magnitude 8. Just make sure you're healed up. Yeah, Trillium, you know, the enemy's weak to poison. Bioblaster is a great idea around here, as is his new Flash. Edgar's new Flash tool does non-elemental magical base damage against all enemies and inflicts darkness, which doesn't matter, but with earrings, he does pretty well with it. Don't you dare think about jumping between buildings. This place is dangerous. Well, remember, everyone here is a liar, so we're gonna have to jump between buildings. I was one step away from the door, video game. Why? Basically, I'll give one steal attempt when I get into these fights, and then try and finish them off. And that's pretty much it. Is that enough damage? I think he's got like 800-ish HP. Yeah, Sabin should be close to gaining a level by now, and then we'll be able to see his new ability. There it is! Devised a new Blitz. His new Blitz is Fire Dance, which is left, down, right, right. You can just roll your thumb on the D-pad if it's easier for you, or you can do left, down, right, I think. Maybe it's two rights. I don't know. I just roll my thumb for the most part, and it seems to work. With the other one, with Orbolt, I tend to just press down, left, because it's easy enough. Clock hands have stopped. Please reset the hour. To not have to come back here, I'm just going to do this now. I pressed down, video game, stop. Press the wrong one. Unfortunately, the menu is stupid, and even though you press down, it goes to the left. So yeah, the correct answer is 6, 10, and 50. And doing that will unlock a hidden treasure. A chainsaw, which is another tool for Edgar. This one doesn't pierce defense like the drill, but it does have a chance. I just press the A button as you come down there. It does have a chance, I think it's 25%, of dealing instant death to the target. So that's pretty nice. Alright, we're still trying to steal from these guys because I do want to get the other option that's available. These guys can use potions, so kind of be aware of that. Alright, let's do Fire Dance. Dragon Boots, nice. I got it. That's kind of what I was going for there. Wanted to be able to show that off. Here's Fire Dance. All targeting fire elemental damage. Not quite as good as Windslash, but he also doesn't have 2 pairs of earrings equipped. And once enemies are weak to fire again, it'll be quite valuable. Okay, he does have 1 pair on it. Thought he would do a little bit more than that. He's not the best in this area, but he's not the worst either. He's not Cyan. The reason why I was saying to use the Brawler Rage here is because Stone will inflict Muddle on anything it leaves alive. Even though... Oh, there we go. We got actually a couple of them now. So this is good if they get a chance to cast it before Gaw kills them. See, now it's got a chance of casting Vanish on the party. Now, you can do this directly without damaging them. Nice. You can do this without damaging them by, what's the word, using Noise Blaster with Edgar's tools. But there's not really anything you can do to control it with Gaw. Just kind of hope that you get Vanish cast on you. That's why I'm hanging out in the battle in hopes that the guy will get another turn to cast Vanish, though he decided to attack his party member. That's a thing, I guess. Yeah, if he single targets with it, he kills the enemy. So, one more shot here. Oh, needs MP. He can only do it twice and he runs out of MP. So this guy is, well, almost dead. The advantage of having the clear or vanish status on your characters is the, like all the normal attacks from the Hades Gigas will miss. The thrown weapons from the Harvester will miss. All normal attacks will miss. The only thing you have to do with this setup is you have to use potions to heal those particular characters, or tonics, because you can't use magic to do it otherwise, even outside of battle, or they will lose their status. So I can use it to heal some characters, just not them. You have to make quick work of the Slam Dancers, because they will cast magic on you, and as soon as you get hit with a magic spell, it will remove that status. And here we get a lowly tonic. So yeah, Slam Dancers, now it's by itself, so you have to be really careful here. Wow, a second rare steal. Basically, you want to kill these enemies as quickly as possible. Now, one might pose the question, since magic has basically disappeared in this world, and a lot of the enemies around here seems to have access to it. I've been talking about level 2 elemental spells being used by... oh, there's nothing up there. By, you know, the one character there. And or, you know, the Slam Dancer, as well as some kind of a variant of that being useful by... Wow! I did not expect to get that twice, let alone 3 times. That's a rare steal. This is not going to mean I'm lucky in the rest of the hand. The clock has no minute hand. It's never pointing to the right time anyway. Well, if it has no minute hand, it could never point to the right time. Hands pointing at the 2. So yeah, there's little bits of information about where all this stuff is, but for the most part, I got distracted checking my map and I forgot what I was saying. Also, for some dumb reason, if an enemy casts Vanish on a character who already has Vanish, they lose Vanish. Not sure why. Anyway, this dilapidated city of evil things. Yeah, I guess we'll try and show it. I was gonna say just kill it with whatever, but there you go, magnitude 8. So now this is going to remove the protection, the clear status, because it's a magical based attack, and it does lots of damage. So yeah, avoid that if possible. And I lost all my protection, which sucks. But not the end of the world. Also, if you want to, now would great people here. Yeah, I can see that. You can trust everything they say. We've explored all the side areas. The only thing that's left is, well, the main tower. This is where the bulk of the dungeon is, and you don't really have to do a lot of what I just did. I was just doing all kind of the side periphery buildings first. But yeah, this place is kind of frightening, you know? It's always raining here, somehow. Must be like, what was it, Burmecia in Final Fantasy IX? It was always raining there. It was always night in Treno, or Treno, one of the two. Either way, yeah, there's bodies all over the floor, everyone's trying to attack and kill me, and they all lie. Great place, this. Anyway, that's pretty much all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.